motherfucker else keeping my wager, is he?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And right away,
there we go.
The football, and the Bengals grab it, and they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Shifts by him, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
On 2nd and goal. Burrow, a quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To the air on first down with Pickett. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pickett backed up into his end zone here. That swung out wide to Harris. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pickett on 3rd and 1. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Pickett now on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Pickett sets up play action. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Nixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Burrow will throw. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Touchdown Bengals. T. Higgins from 8 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. If you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throwing to the hands of Pickens. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, 29 yards. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
What?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Mixon. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Pickett. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. And he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, and then you come with a big punch later.
Playing the game now?
Yeah.
We're almost done with the first half.
On 2nd and 9.
Who home and who away? I'm away. I'm streaming.
Oh, what you streaming on YouTube?
Yeah.
Inside the 20.
Oh shit, what's your YouTube? Man, shut up.
Just
Shut
admin.
up, LB.
Admin, it should put it up on the, like on your friends list. It'll show that I'm streaming.
Hold up. I'm not even added.
Now it's
Man, shut up, LB. Ooh, shut your ass up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that
Big
drive.
hit
Couldn't
ass
do
nigga.
anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing
Ooh.
end to
Oh, I
excellent
see it.
field position. When
Never
that
mind.
drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Oh, big ears, big nose, big mouth, big lip looking ass nigga.
Down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson from the Bengal field.
Not like Kool-Aid.
From the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
Nigga sound like Kool-Aid. Yeah, you won. You won.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can
you got
muster
it,
only
bro.
3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. They know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the James. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Pickett back to throw. Finds Pickens out right. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Our first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Looking for Johnson.
That's all user right there. Let's go.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And they're able to
Yeah, we're almost at halftime.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
I feel you.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This dude's quarterback's getting beat the fuck up.
But the entire defense
Bye-bye.
setting the tone in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions.
Steelers, bye-bye.
At a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I'm fucking up Kenny Pickett.
This one finds Austin out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
How did you not stop that?
In another one. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
That one, he's going to miss that for a minute. Oh, he left me a second left.
Back to 16. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick return, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 20.
Oh, fuck
so
me.
minimum,
I had him too. Fuck.
To the offense.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now Burrow on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Burrow.
Man.
As he throws there, incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turn the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Here's Austin. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll run again with Harris. Room here to run. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
And this is caught and in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, 40 yards. And the Steelers get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Able to shake him up. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. The third quarter has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. They've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. He's going to long.
Why did he throw it like that?
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, this could start getting a little more interesting.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are back within a score. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bengals drive about to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On the jet sweep, here's Chase. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2, ready? Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. Mixing up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Second and 2. Burrow looking to pass. Throw left side complete to Chase. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. A good pickup there on 20 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off play action. Pickett. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 15. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The way with the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs. Keep possession of the football.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
He fell asleep watching my stream. I don't know, probably.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Here's Pickett. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pickett sets up play action. He'll let it fly for Austin. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of
yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
I'm winning. We're in the almost final 2 minutes.
He got about 5. 4th down.
Yeah.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Burrow going to keep it on
Oh, I didn't get it. Fuck.
I'm not sure he got there. Did
It's
they
all right.
stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Looking to throw here, Pickett. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. As well for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals Bengals drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now Austin. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. One final shot for Pickens. He's got Pickens. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines.
Hey, LB. We just finished up. That's right. Move that shit. Move that shit. Fucking hurry up, LB. Motherfucker waiting on you all night, man. Alright, I gotta hop off here. I got a big test in the morning, so I gotta go get that done. I'm trying.